So welcome everybody. Today we are at Mangum Elementary School in Bahama, North Carolina, part of Durham Public Schools, with some wonderful fifth graders and great teachers. And we're going to give you just a moment. We're going to let them say, hey, so guys, can you say hello? We are once again live streaming with Dr. Drizzle, and we're excited to do science today. Today's topic will be force in motion and rocket racers. So let's go ahead and go over some details. When I say class, you say yes. Class? Yes. Class? Yes. Excellent. And if I need to get further attention from you, I'm going to say stop, look, and listen, and you're going to give me your total attention. Teachers, you may not know this, but 2 years ago, I had the privilege of working with these particular kids as third graders, and we actually dissected frogs in third grade and we're studying muscles and bones. So today, we're going to take a completely different view. We're going to be working with physical science in force and motion today. We're going to take all the vocabulary and things you've learned, and we're going to work on having some kind of engineering projects. We're going to go ahead and get started with my great videographer. So this is sort of what's going to happen today. Now, we will probably not get to build my section, but I will give that to your teachers and possibly something you can do this afternoon. So we're going to build rocket racers. We will be reviewing vocabulary at every turn, okay? I will be coming to you asking you some questions as you're building. We're going to go through teachers that are doing this in their classrooms. Your PDF will also have a video link for this next part. We're going to skip the next part, so go ahead and go through. So journals. In your journal today, we're going to do 4 different things. We're going to do something. We're going to talk about it. We're going to draw it. And we're going to write it. Now, the reason we're going to do that is I love talking to other scientists. And I've had the privilege over the last couple of years to meet some pretty famous scientists. For example, I had the very privilege to meet Bill Nye, the science guy. And when I talked to Bill about what does a good scientist do, he said, they do something, then I used to talk to my colleagues about it, and then we always draw it out, and then we write about it. So these are sort of some words he came up with, and then I talked to a few other scientists. I didn't tell him what Bill said, but I said, what do you think a good scientist does? And he said, well, I always do something first, like some kind of experiment. And then I talk to kids, or let them talk to each other. We always sketch it out, and we write about it. So I'm taking what they say good scientist is, and this is going to be our premise for today. We're going to go ahead and skip through this part too. So here's our part that we're actually going to do, is we're going to build rocket racers. So we'll go over some instructions with you right now, and then you will have these instructions on paper. For those of you following in, this is the PDF file you got with your emails. Make sure all your kids have a copy of these instructions. So we're going to be making recyclable rocket racers. We're going to be using styrofoam trays, straws, coffee stirrers, scissors, masking tape, and a balloon. And we're going to get a car to run only the power of the balloon. Okay? So I want us to think back some things we've been talking about in our science classes about Newton. Anybody know who Newton was? Oh, you have to know that there's a lot of hands raised out here. Would someone like to tell me something that Newton said, the scientist has said before? In the yellow or green shirt, really loud, please. Absolutely, and that's one of his very first ones talked about. I love that. Do we know another one? Yes, real loud. Right, so you're just sort of doing a second part of the one he was talking about. Like it right here, loud.
Okay, so when he was talking about gravity pulls stuff on the earth, so
I love that. Absolutely, people on the moon need to know that very well, don't they? All right, yes, ma'am.
for every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah, for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Then we have another one that's Newton's second law. Talks about balance and unbalanced objects. And there's a game that you can play where you're doing balanced and unbalanced objects. When you take a rope and you put some people on one side and some people on the other, what do we call that? Tug of war. And we're actually going to look at the law today that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So for just a moment, I'm going to blow up an invisible balloon. Watch me, please. Got a little dizzy there, even the invisible one. So now I'm holding this balloon shut. What is inside this balloon right now? Just tell me as a class. Air. Okay. So let's make a prediction. If I unclench my fingers and the balloon is no longer sealed, where is my air going to go? Let's point in the direction that it's going to go. Yeah, it's going to go behind me. So if my air is going to go behind me, which direction should my balloon go in? Yes, sir.
It should go in the opposite direction.
Right, so if my air's going this way, my balloon should go that way. Let's see. Yeah, right over there landed. All right? So we know that with a real balloon, it probably would have gone straight, but it would have gone in that direction. That's what we're going to do. Let's look up here direction. First of all, you're going to get a template of wheels. Now, there are various sizes of wheels here, and you're going to choose with your partner what size wheels you want to use. Now, you have a couple choices. You can choose the same wheel for all 4 spots, or you could choose to have a smaller wheel and a larger wheel. Now, if we chose the same size wheels, we're probably emulating a car that we would drive or a car that NASCAR would race. But if we chose high wheels in the back and lower wheels in the front, do you know what kind of racing that would be? Yes, drag racing, okay? So you may choose that. I'm going to caution you into making every wheel a different size. You see why I would caution you in that? Yeah. All right, so you're going to cut out the wheel of choice. So if you choose this top one, you're going to cut out that one wheel. You're going to lay it on your tray, and you're going to trace it 4 different times. Does that make sense? And if you look at this first drawing where you see that. Now, let's be good stewards of materials. Here's your tray. Don't put your wheel right in the middle. What happens if you put a wheel here and one over here and one over here? Yes, ma'am, in the white shirt. You don't have enough space. We're trying to be very good stewards and try to reuse, reduce, and recycle. So look what happens here. There's 4 wheels, and then there's another part that they're cutting out. What is that going to be? Yes, ma'am. The body. Does anybody know another name for that? The base. Anybody know another name for that? Yes. The chassis. That's what you're going to cut out is the chassis. All 3 of those words were exactly the right thing. Okay? Number 2 says you're going to punch a small hole in the center of each wheel with a pencil and push the axle stirrer, the axle, which is going to be a little white, tiny straw, through. The reason I'm going to read that for you is number 2 is the one that most kids miss instruction on. So you're getting coffee stirrers and straws. Think about that real carefully. One of the pieces we don't have today, you may be using at home, is sandpaper. We don't have any sandpaper. So I'm going to let you know that you can take the wheel and you can push it on the ground and roll it as you push it. What is happening when you do that?
You're standing.
You are standing. You're using what? You're using force, right? And you're trying to reduce something. Friction. Thank you so much. Those of you at home, you couldn't see these hands, but a lot of people are being raised today. I love that. So you're going to build as a team. And then once everything is ready and you get to this part without the balloon, you'll come to us and ask for a balloon. Now, one thing you are going to be sharing with you today is masking tape. We will have masking tape with us, and we'll pull off long pieces as you need it. Look at that for just one moment. Remember, you're going to have your own paper too. Are there any possible questions before we get started? Yes, real loud.
With the balloon, so what you're saying is the balloon, we're going to like blow it up and then seal it and then let it go and it's going to take the car with it.
And we hope that's exactly what happens. Now, if it moves it at all, it is successful. If you remember 2 years ago, I told you something about failure. Failure is always an option. So the first time you may fail, that is okay. That's your first attempt in learning. So if it fails, you're just going to pull back together a team and think, what can I do to make that better? Teachers, you're going to go ahead and hit those lights because we can just tell you we're going to give this time to come on. Yes, another question.
How do you keep the tires on the engine?
So if you look at number 3, on the edges of those tires, what do you think that is? Masking tape. Okay, so you're going to use masking tape there. Any more questions before we start? Yes, sir.
So if it moves, like, also, like, would it go, what if it, like, just, like, move that way, but it just, like, stood still, like, there's nothing in for this?
So if nothing happens to your car, then you're going to talk to your car and say, what do you need to do? Are the wheels tight? Are they rubbing up against the chassis? Are they uneven? Okay. Is right here, the balloon is attached to the straw and tape. Is there air leaking? So you have to be an engineer today. Just like the pit crew chiefs at the NASCAR races who are sitting there thinking, all right, cars coming in, guys. Whatever we have to do, let's make our changes right now. All right? So you've got to work as a team. We're going to see how far we can go. So let's do this. We're going to ask you in just a moment to watch the cords, but you're going to find a place somewhere in the gym with your partner. As soon as you're seated, have a quick conversation about what you think you're going to want to do. And you're going to send one person to the material station to get your materials. Teachers, I'll let you sort of man the material station over here. I'll give you an idea of what they need. So engineers, let's do this. Watch the cord. All right, remember you're going to need a styrofoam tray, 3 straws, 2 of these plastic stirrers. You're also going to need direct tissue right here, and you're going to use your wheel templates. Make sure you have scissors, and let's get started. James, if you're watching, this is Michael from Mangum. He really loves cars. He really loves NASCAR. Say hey.
Hello.
So James Busher, R99 NASCAR. We'd love to get together with you again, and hopefully you can meet my friend here. All right, let's go build a car.
Yeah.
brief 45-second visual tutorial of one of the pieces of the card. So you only get to look at it. I can't talk to you about it. You may send the person in your group that did not get supplies to just come look at my engineering piece for just one moment. You may do that now. One of you.
That's step number 2.
So those of you at home, step number 2. This is your axle. Your wheels are attached here. That way they're going to turn with 2 of these.
I know. They're just saying this is too small. It's fine. I'm not just like, here. You want something small enough? Yes.
Yeah, he is. you did choose larger wheels, or if you made some errors in judgment of how you're going to lay out your patterns, that is okay. You can tell me that other piece of telephone tray, and I'm going to give it to you. All right? Keep going. Right? All right, so when you make that same mistake again, excellent. In that white ball. Okay? That stir, let me pull it right here. That stir has to be able to stick out on either side of this. So whatever size your chat is has to be smaller than this. So if you get to that point you need another one, let me know. Alright? Why do you need it? Yes. Because so your wheels are large. Can you probably so I want you to look at this. So this is the front wheels, this is going to be the back wheels. In the middle of your pencil, you have a little X. That's the center. This is going to go through the center of your shaft wheel. And then you cap it with masking. Alright? Yes, this is a large stone. I had to put it to make it smaller so you don't see it. It gives the axle place to rotate. That help? Yes. Okay. You're going to get the tape. We're coming around with that right now. Okay. Why? Your wheels are too big. Did you get your wheels? Okay, so you need this at the bottom. Make sure that you're cutting the body smaller than the width of the strap. Okay? So it's okay to make mistakes, guys. You only make mistakes, learn from them. So your teacher can need more styrofoam, but give a reason why. Justify your answers. Number two, correction number two says the strong underneath and this one. So this is what connects your wheels. And then there's a rotate. That makes sense? No problem. Just take that off and use it. Get another piece. Can you bring me your car here and see if it's ready to go? Wait till you get your car together, okay? Wait till you get to number 5 and then we'll do the balloon. have blueberries. So you have to make choices.
Let's just get on the chest.
Yeah, just try to right out there. So engineer, just a few minutes are going to be leaving you. We're going to let these kids finish up their rocket races and let you finish up in your classrooms. Once you get ready to race them, this is what you're going to use for your graphing information. You're going to describe how your rocket racer ran. Was it straight? Was it curved? Did it go in circles? Did it get stuck? And then did your racer perform as well as you hoped? If you answer yes or no, please explain why or why not. Use these graphs here to tell us how far your rocket racer went. Good luck with that, but let me let you tell the rest of it goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us today on our live stream from Mangum and Hammond, North Carolina with Durham Public Schools. These engineers are going to continue working out. We want you to continue working in your classroom. Please remember to send me photos and drawings at dacia.jones@dpsnc.net. And we're just going to let everybody give you a little wave and say goodbye, everybody.
Keep going.
So thanks again, and we'll see you next time with Live with Dr. Drizzle from Durham Public Schools. Have a great day.